was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Prepare ship for light speed!
No, light speed is too slow.
Light speed too slow? Prepare ship for ludicrous speed! Fasten all seatbelts! Seal all entrances and exits! Close all shops in the mall!
Now hear this! Ludicrous speed!
Sir, hadn't you better buckle up?
Now buckle this! My brains are going into my feet! Bullshit! Just stop this thing! I order you! Smoke if you got 'em.
I'm bored.
Good morning, mama. That's right, we're here. It's YouTube Talk. All kinds of weird shit can happen. And our guest today is the one and only Brandon, the anime guy. How are you doing, brother?
I am doing very well this morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. We're here. We're live. We're kicking it. We're going to be talking about old school shit, including something that the rest of you may not know about a certain Go 13. Yeah. Let's get into that. Holy shit. And the comeback tour of the century. Holy shit. How are y'all doing? Good morning, everybody. What's up, Das Wolfen? It's Das Wolfen. I'm at work and usually can't catch the show, but wanted to pop on and say hello to Valhalla and say, Skull! Fuck me, I can't hold that skull.
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Yeah, you weren't the only one that said that. So Brandon said that when he came in. I'm looking now. It's going through my Yeti. I don't know why it's being so sensitive, though. Oh, my God. Test. That better?
Yeah, that sounds a little better.
Is that better? Holy shit. Okay. Turn the gain down even more. I don't know what's going on. It's being weird. I may need a new mic. I've gone through three Yetis in 6 years, so I may need a new mic.
Oh.
Holy shit. Tommy from the Guinea Pig.
I've got one spare that I can send to you.
Tommy from the Guinea Pig Collective. What's going on, brother? Good to see you guys. If you haven't, check out him and Vinny's live stream on Thursday. I will not be able to make it this Thursday because I've got work I got to do. But guys, it's one of the funnest shows you can go on. You talk toys, you talk collectibles, you talk and you know your stuff. And there's going to be a Dinobot video coming out later today on Transform It Already. That is part 1. You've got knee swoop, don't see nothing, and you've got slag. So two Transformers, one video. This is the TTGS11 combiner Dinobot set. So these will transform and combine against Devastator as King Volcanus. So Grimlock is no longer king. Grimlock is second to the real king, which is Volcanus. Loki's weird sound distorted. I don't know what's going on. It's sounding better now. Okay, maybe my mic's just fucked up. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's better now? Good. I don't know what's going on. I probably need a new mic. Every once in a while, I have to get a new Yeti. They last a couple years and then poop.
And poof out.
Loki and all his jobs, I hear when he passes, he'll cover. Yeah. God, man, how many jobs have you had over the years? I mean, I can't even. I start counting, and I'm like, did I forget something? I'm up to like 5 hands now, different jobs. I've done shit. I've dipped my toes in freaking everything. So. Except for street work. I'm not really a street walking.
No, haven't done street walking, but I have done truffle shuffles before, and that was embarrassing enough as it was.
You did that on a live?
Yeah, I did that. Well, if people pay enough money, and people paid enough money. Let's see, how many jobs have I had over the years? I think I'm in the realm of 13 to 15. And hopefully I'm down to my last one. Is trying to do job hunting these days is just a pain in the ass. I don't want to do it again.
Oh no, not now. You'd have better luck during the coof getting a job than you do now. It's nuts unless you want like a low paying shit job, then you can get a job. You want a low paying shit job. You want to go to work at McDonald's. And you know what? Don't turn down work at McDonald's just because it's freaking McDonald's. It's a job. If that's all you can get, then get it and work your way through that and use that as a stepping stone, whatever it is. Nobody wants to go to work at McDonald's, but guess what? It's a jumping off point. I don't care how old you are. Walmart, McDonald's, shit like that. That's your first step into whatever you want to go to next, and get some time on your sheet. That way you can go, hey, I've been with them, for a year or whatever, and I can go up. The worst thing I hear all the time, and I'm sure you've heard this, you've been here almost as long as I have, is I quit my job to do YouTube full time.
Oh, yeah.
Did what? I quit my job to do YouTube full time. And I want to tell you something. When you're making bank, because there was a really cool guy I used to watch that did Orville. He did nothing but Orville stuff, right? And the dev or the producers and shit invited him out to the set. He got to talk with Seth MacFarlane. He got to take videos of all kinds of stuff. He was demonetized because he showed video from his trip. And he was allowed to, but they still demonetized his ass and said it was for scam and deceptive practices, even though, and I know you've heard that before, scams and deceptive practices, even though he had permission and he was invited out and he had crossed all his T's and dotted all his freaking I's, he still got demonetized and they wouldn't let him have his monetization back. And he quit his job. I remember because I was still in Branson then. I was sitting there and I'm waiting. I was waiting after work for something. And I'm sitting there listening to him. He's like, you guys think I should quit my job and just do this full time? And I'm like, dude, make sure you're making bank. And he said, money's pretty good coming from YouTube. And I said, if you think you can make it without a fucking job, by all means, go ahead. But I would be making sure I'd be making bank. I've got bank and I've got stuff set aside.
Some savings at least a few months, yeah.
You will hear people say all kinds of crazy shit like, well, I quit my job so I can focus on YouTube full time. Well, how the hell are you going to pay your bills? Oh, well, I have money set aside. And I'm like, man, if you've got like $10,000, $20,000 in the bank that's sitting there in savings, why the fuck are you going to use that to try and pay your bills and eat off of when you're working on YouTube? That doesn't make any sense to me. No. Keep that as a backup in case shit happens. Don't just quit your damn job, especially if you're like under like 100,000 subscribers. Don't do any dumb shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I never decided to do that, and I haven't had the need to do that. But yeah, trying to go full time on YouTube, it was hard enough back when the getting was better. It's even harder now when the getting is slimmer, but everybody has to learn their fun way, their hard ways, or others. So,
Pudgy, what's up, Pudgy? It's been forever since I've seen you.
Hey,
we got
Pudgy.
Dos whooping in here, and we got Pudgy. Man, I missed you guys. Pudgy with the $2 super chat says, 2,468. Who do we appreciate? Loki. Yay, Loki! Yay, Pudgy!
Loki.
Pudgy, we're gonna catapult you, bro. We're gonna put you in the catapult. We're gonna wind that some bitch up, and we're gonna launch you over the castle walls and into the maiden's bedroom, and you can go say hi to the pretty princess, Pudgy. We're gonna launch you this morning. So thank you so much, Pudgy. We've got another one, but I wanna give this one to Pudgy because yeah, it's so good to see you, Pudgy. It's so freaking good to see you. Where are we going with this? How about a Fanta?
Fanta, don't you want a Fanta?
Don't you want a Fanta? $5 super chat from Jedi Master Lost in Space and Sci-Fi Classics, guys. If you haven't checked him out, make sure you're subscribed. Ring that bell. He's got all kinds of Lost in Space craziness. He says, happy hump day. That's right. It's hump day.
That's right. Halfway through the week. We're almost there.
We're almost there. Happy Hump Day, Loki and Brandon. Beware the cat videos. Oh my God, no cat videos. No cat videos. No cat videos.
That's one thing that I have started to thoroughly enjoy. AI slop is AI slop, but the cat video ones are the funniest of them all.
Speaking of cat videos.
You're a very funny man, senor.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, accept no substitutes. All right, so you started out doing a channel that was called Golago 13. You'd just been like a fan. You were in the chat, you were hanging out, you were talking. You used to send in some super chats every once in a while. I was like, you know what? He's sending in some super chats. I'm gonna make him a skull. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I no longer have that skull. But it was basically a clip from the Golago 13 movie where he gets a guy like through a plane. He shoots a sniper through a plane window and takes him out. And that's what Brandon asked for, because
it's a damn good shot too.
So many super chats, people would be like, "Hey, can you do a clip of this and make it a skull?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, sure," because no one was doing shit like that back then. Nobody rewarded anybody. They just said, "Oh, look, this is what they said. Thanks." And moved on. And I was like, I want to show people I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. So here's a video. And that caught on. More and more and more that caught on.
Yes, it did. And it's something that I've incorporated since then. And it is a lot of fun. It gives a good excuse to make some clips and have some fun. Hello, Arwin. It has been way too long.
The lady, Arwin Avalon's in chat, y'all, and she's saying, "Hey, y'all, get the pan going. Girls, get the pan going. Get the pans." We love you. We love you, Arwin. Hope you're doing great. So you're watching YouTube, and you're like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to make a channel.
Yep.
And you make Golago 13. What happens?
After a while of doing it, it was about 3 or 4 months. It was actually on my birthday, and I got a message saying, "Hey, your channel's struck down because it, spammers, scammers, and fraudsters or something like that." It was wild to see, and
deceptive practices.
Yeah, and deceptive practices. I'm like, how can it be deceptive practices? It's a fictional character. Anyways, came on, talked with you about it in the morning. That's been over 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, something like that. And we did the plea to them on Twitter, and they restored it. And then a month later, they're like, "Nah, goodbye." I was thinking about not coming back and doing anything after that, but I said, "Screw it." Created another channel, and yeah, that wasn't very fun. Everything else about that day was fun, but that wasn't very fun.
Speaking of birthdays, happy birthday, Penny. I know it's late, but happy birthday. Hope you had a good one.
So yeah, that happened. Created the new channel, launched January 1st of 22, and been going ever since. And it's a lot better with my updated avatar, because I can I can do the laugh of the dead man pretty well, and people recognize the fact that yes, it is an Alucard avatar, but it's not a total Alucard avatar. So
it says Brandon the Anime Guy.
Yeah.
So you get yeeted. They take you down. I remember us having a conversation, being like, "Dude, just make a new channel." And you were like, "I don't want to go through all that bullshit again." And I was like, if you want to do it, make another channel, and don't have anything about Golago 13 on it this time. Just do your own thing and be yourself, and don't worry about any of the bullshit. And you did, and you did.
And it's been fun ever since.
The link for his channel is in the description. It's right up front. I mean, right there, youtube.com @ Brandon the Anime Guy. You've got Anime Guy on X. And you're doing it. You're rocking and rolling still now.
Yeah, still doing it. Still having fun into the 5th year. And, I didn't. When I started the whole thing, I didn't think. I knew that anime was on the up and up, and it still is to an extent. And going. Yes, indeed. I would hope you subscribe, Pat, but that's another story.
Never trust anyone who laughs through their nose.
Well, that's just how the dead man laughs. Can't help that. But I knew there was a lot of stuff to talk about with anime, and it's an always continual thing. Every 3 months, a whole new season starts with the way that they run their seasons. But I didn't think it would be this deep, let alone I didn't think that I would go this long. And the longer that I go, I'm still having fun with it. So I'm just going to keep going until the day that I either don't, or the day that they haul my ass out to the hospital because something bad happened and I can't do it anymore. So, but yeah, seasonal anime is great. Old school anime is great. Rotating through the things is always fun. Let's see, what did we do? We built an entire watch list dating back to 1970, and I've done it twice. So there's always something good to watch, and that's the best part about anime or manga or entertainment that is coming out of Japan. They're doing it right. They have fun with what they do. They know who their audience is, and they cater to their audience more times than not. So
Brandon went to Logi's house, putting all the pictures crooked. There are a lot of pictures on the walls of this house. And then said, "Put the police."
I've only got just the one. It's just me being all kingly back there. But,
Happy birthday, Ghost Rider. Happy birthday, bro. I hope it's a great one. I hope you have a really good day today. Keep kicking ass. Keep taking names, brother. You're doing great. You're doing freaking great.
Yeah, happy birthday to you. It's been a while since I've seen Ghost Rider. Good to see you, man.
So, yeah, I'm old school. I'm an old school anime fan. I love the old movies. I love Vampire Hunter D. I love Akira. I love Ninja Scroll. I love Ghost in the Shell. I love all the old Appleseed. I love all the old stuff. I'm a huge fan of the old stuff. I don't usually get into a lot of the new stuff. Magic Knight's Rayearth is about the newest series of shit. That there's a couple of Gundams. Iron Blooded whatever it was. Iron Blood Orphans was like, that's my jam. That's the newest one I've seen that I've been like, I've got to watch everything.
Yeah.
I have to see everything. I love these kids, and it's heartbreaking. Fucking heartbreaking. You don't want anything to happen to these kids. They're just kids.
It is heartbreaking, but Tamino has always been, from everything that I've ever learned about him, watching what little of the Gundam stuff I have seen, yeah, he if you want to see how far down the rabbit hole he goes, you got to watch one of his earlier works that he did between the original Gundam and Gundam Zeta, and that is Space Runaway Idion. There's a reason why he's called Kill 'Em All Tamino. So.
Kill 'em all. Yeah. So they make anime for modern audience. They do now. But
only the losers in the West do that bullshit.
Yes, I'm just, I don't know. I'm old school. I like the old school. Look, I love the art style. You have to understand something.
Yeah.
To me, Ninja Scroll was peak animation. It doesn't get better than that. To me, that's my jam. That's my movie. It's coming out in theaters soon. They've got the 4K
restoration.
4K restoration. I'm going to go see that. Obviously, I don't care where I have to drive, what I have to do to get there. I'm going to go see Ninja Scroll in theater because that's one of those things that, like, I've never gotten to do is go see Ninja Scroll in a movie theater. So
that'll be a good one to see. That will be a good one.
Oh, Dad, in Komodo. It's gonna be lit. I can hear the cheering and the hell yeahs now because it's gonna be a wild ass crowd. Unless it's a whole bunch of noobs that have never seen the movie before, then there might be gasping and all kinds of weird shit happening. But I mean, it just, to me, it doesn't get better than that. If they were like, okay, Brandon, you can only watch one anime movie for the rest of your life. What are you picking? Because I know what I'm picking. I'm picking Ninja Scroll. It's going to be that simple. Well, if they were like, you can only watch one for the rest of your life, one movie,
just a movie?
Just one movie. Well, series, whatever. We can leave that out for now. But as far as a movie goes, you can only watch one movie.
See, that's a tough one. When it goes to the movies, we got all the stuff that we saw back when we were kids that we saw probably way too young, but
Wicked City.
yeah. I would have to say any of them, but if I had to pick let's go with an OVA series. We'll cheat just a little bit here. It would have to be Hellsing Ultimate. Shin-Chan and Sergeant Frog is messed up. But it is so.
It have something to do
good.
with Van Helsing.
But yeah, I would have to go with Hellsing Ultimate. It's one of the. If you're wanting a short series, a complete series, start to finish, and it's just keeps going down that craziness hole. That's one.
He didn't get all the way there. He just used his mouth, but yes, because she was poisoned. She was literally like poison. So all of the 7 devils of Kimon all have like an element. She wasn't one of them, but she was poison. So she was the Emperor's poison taster, ninja, whatever girl. And so she had poison running through her veins. Yes. So after Rockman did the taking, she took him. Yeah. Anyway. He fell apart.
Yeah. It's that's one of those, yeah, you're right. That's one of those peak cinema types of movies. And it stands alone as a movie. I know there's a series that followed after it, and it's, there's only so much you can get away with even on Japanese TV when it goes to either the sex or the violence versus what you can do in a in a standard theatrical release or even with the old OVAs. Even in this day and age, anything that really pushes the boundaries are going to be online only or ONAs. So,
yes, that shit was wild. Yes. Where do you do? Okay, so I've got. Give me just a second. Shit, I didn't even think about this till right now. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be just a second.
While Loki's away, the mice will play. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Loki's Mornings of Mischief. I hope you are all having a mischievous day. And yes, Papa, Trigun is a fantastic series. That's one of those that never really got a proper manga adaptation. The original adaptation, of course, was being made while the manga was still being released, after being canceled and then brought back. But we do have the updated Trigun series, which is really good, although it is being done in a 3D style. But Trigun is one of those weird ones, because there's basically the 3 different types of Trigun. The manga, the original anime, which follows the manga only about a quarter of the time, and the newer series, which is closer but still its own thing. So we love Vash the Stampede. Yes, we love Vash the Stampede.
Collections are very hard to get. They're very hard to come by, especially in the States. If you can get like a hold of a collection, you're doing really good. Where do you I got this the other day. So this is the Macros Delta. It's the entire series and the movies.
Nice.
I got this because I actually really enjoyed watching it. There's a lot of singing in it, but it's the group that did it was actually a real group of girls that had like a Japanese pop
thing
idols. Going.
Yeah.
The Valkyries, or the Valkyries, or however you want to say it.
Yeah.
But
the Japanese love their idols. They
love their idols.
Even back then, they loved their idols.
So those are things. Where do you, when you're looking to try and get a set like that, what's the best way to do that? Is it eBay? Is it something else? How do you go about it if you want to get a collection of movies? And I just grabbed that one because it was just in the other room. It was the easiest to get. But I've got more than that, obviously. But when you're looking to get collections, where do you go to get collections?
Typically, I start with Amazon. They tend to be the best priced, assuming that they have it. Right Stuff used to be good until Crunchyroll bought it and Sony shoved their diseased member into everything. So for anything that's new, anything that's still releasing, or anything that gets reprints, Amazon is probably the best. You could do eBay, but you always have got to be careful with handling eBay. Yeah.
Do you remember the Manga Club from back in the day? Join the Manga Club and get your, video every month and get this, and you'd subscribe. It was all mail-in, guys.
Yeah. Back in the old days, back before the internet took off, or was just in its primordial ooze when it could barely load a picture after a minute.
you had to send like $25.99 in a check. You had to send the check and mail in your subscription thing, and they would send you a welcome packet.
Yep.
Which was cool. It was like a magazine, a big magazine with stickers and all kinds of shit in it, manga stickers, and then you'd get a video. So you'd get a video every month, and you'd get a little book. It wasn't as cool as the magazine, but you get a little book that told you, hey, guess what? This is coming to video. This is coming to VHS. This is coming out on TV on this channel in the States. If you want to watch this, this is what's coming up. This is what the Japanese are working on right now. And that was so cool back in the day because you had no other way to get a hold of that shit. Can't hear you.
There we go. Yeah, it was really cool back then. And there were a lot of other things that were very similar to it because we didn't have the mass communication, the way to purchase things like we do now, or even with the streaming. But yeah, something like that today would be very fun to have. Wouldn't make any money doing it, but it would be fun to have.
Welcome back, Mr. Funk. Mr. Funk's in the house with a Dan Funk 2.0 account. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. We got the funk. We got the funk. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Sorry all that shit happened recently, man. Don't let it keep you down, bro. Seriously.
Oh,
I love Suncoast. God, do you remember Suncoast?
I do, and I remember how expensive it was. Anybody that collects anything, there's always a price to pay for collecting anything. Some things are a little easier to collect. Some things are a little harder to collect. If you tried to get anything from Suncoast, they may have had it, but you paid the price. Mm-hmm. I do remember when the Suncoast that was in the mall north of here, because we didn't have one in my town. Anytime going in there for any of the VHS stuff, 2 episodes, $30, always mandatory minimum.
I remember getting so back when Farscape was still a thing, I remember getting the DVDs, and you had to buy the DVDs individually, right? And those were like $24.99, and you got 2 or 3 episodes per DVD. So I mean, a season was going to run you like $250 plus tax.
Holy crap! And you see, that's now all cut off. They don't have those revenue streams. They've devalued. All right, this is a very big lesson in, let's say, overall macroeconomics. Cut off your nose to spite your face. Streaming is the cutting off of the nose. Cutting out of these extra revenue streams. Yeah. $25 for 2 to 3 episodes, a whole entire season of at least 12 episodes, $250. Yeah. There's no way they could there's no way they could do that these days. Even with, let's say a half season of anime is somewhere between $50 to $70 for some of the more rarity type stuff. That's still less than what it used to be at 2 episodes for $30. So, yeah.
And yeah, those, okay. So those VHSs were the Columbia House VHSs. And if you got them from Columbia House, that was $20, $25 a tape. So to get, like, I remember I had all of TNG on VHS, and I had most of DS9. And that was from years and years of getting those in. I got two a month. So I got 2 VHS tapes a month. That was like $50 or something.
And that was a steal back then.
That was a steal back then. So, because nobody had them. So you had the old box. They were like cardboard box that opened. They weren't like the old paper thin VHS slip covers. You actually opened them. They had scenes on the inside. You got your tape out. The boxes were tough. They were tough. And I just got rid of them when I moved out of Houston for the first time. So I moved out of Houston. I've got this giant box of TNG. I've got another box that's got almost the whole DS9 in it. And I just told my dad, I said, do whatever you want with him. And I think he took him to a pawn shop and got like $50 for both seasons. There's a guy on eBay that sold his entire TNG VHS collection. He got like $2,000. And I'm sitting there like all I had to do was haul that shit around for like, 20 years, and I could have got $2,000 for it. But you don't think about that. DVDs taking over, Blu-rays taking over, and you're just like, what the hell are VHS gonna give me? I had Wicked City on VHS. I had Ninja Scroll on VHS. I've still got Macross the movie, Transformers, the '86 movie on VHS. Yes.
Yeah,
I've got a handful. Items. Well, that's just me. That's just for me. That's for this is the shit that I kept.
Yeah, the stuff that you grew up with. It is interesting how it has gone through, and how basically the circle has completed. We started off with VHS, all analog stuff, and yes, Papa, it does go back to that because it's one of the oldest IPs that's still mostly around. We love Star Trek.
I don't know what you mean. Star Trek died in the mid 2000s.
Yep. 66 to 05, except no substitutions.
That's right.
But, all these things that we had, because there was nothing else. Then the optical media forms come out, and it shrinks down the amount of space that you need to have in order to collect quite a bit. And the quality is much better. But, of course, with all optical media, it has its own positives and negatives. And it is interesting how it has come about to where they're now trying to make new VHS players again and have new VHS tapes or regular audio cassette tapes for that matter. Audio cassettes sales have started to go back up.
Cobra Kai never dies. So yes, this is an actual audio tape of music from the series. Yes, it works if I put this in my little player, which I have not because it's still got plastic all over it. Yes, this works. So
it's amazing how the basically my kids' generation have taken up the whole idea of collecting again and actually having media that doesn't supposedly last forever or gets, can be sucked into the memory hole because of streaming or who has the rights or people not wanting to have the rights. It's been it's almost surreal in a way to see the stuff that we had that we thought was, fine. But when the newer stuff came out, we're like, we want the newer stuff. Now wanting to go back to the older stuff because it just has that look or has that feel to it. It's just something that's missing in this day and age. I probably still owe them money too, for that matter.
I think everybody from back then owes Columbia House a check. But that was their fault. They were like, "Hey, we're just gonna send you shit, whether you pay for it or not." And by all means, keep sending me shit. Just So
the Columbia House model was a broken model. There is no doubt about that.
There was no other way to get shit like that back then besides going to Suncoast.
Yeah.
And some people didn't have all the time in the world to go to Suncoast, but
or the money.
Sometimes Suncoast didn't have what you want either. And if you could get it from Columbia House, you got it. Not only that, but it was like, hey, we're going to give you 7 movies for a penny a piece. And then we're going to give you 2 more movies for $1.99. And then, we'll send you a tape. If you don't say no, we'll send you a tape for $30. I think it was 30. I think it was $29.99.
Which, looking back on it, isn't bad considering most 4Ks typically, even just for a standard 4K, is about that these days, which today is still not that bad either. But yeah, it is hard to think of how things have become so devalued, how some things have become so overvalued, and how some things just have never had any value. So, but yeah, as far as the collecting goes, Amazon, maybe eBay. If I'm desperate, maybe the Crunchyroll store, since they're the 800-pound gorilla still within that whole realm. Or, I used to have a manga store here. The people that owned it decided to get out of the business. So I haven't been able to collect manga for a while, but yeah.
So I'm in the middle of watching. This was like a year ago. I'm in the middle of watching Iron Blood Orchids on Crunchyroll. Why? Because I'm looking at what's available. It's like, okay, your two options are Hulu, because Disney owns Hulu, and Crunchyroll. So I'm like, I'll bite the fucking bullet and I'll watch it on Crunchyroll. I get through the first season, and then my only option is to have it in subtitles. And I'm like, wait a minute. When I started watching this, it was in English.
They had the dub, yeah.
It was dubbed. And I mean, if I'm going to watch a show, I want to watch it that way because the voices change. So it's hard for me to hear someone sound completely different, to go from like sounding like one way and then being like,
well, that's why I only watch in Japanese now.
Well, but then it gets to season 2 and it's not there. Now it's not there, not because they didn't do it, because this came out originally on Netflix and the whole thing was dubbed when it came out. It's not dubbed because Crunchyroll didn't pay for the dub for season 2. You cheap bastards didn't do that. So I go over to Hulu and I'm looking at it on Hulu. Hulu's got it all in English and in subtitles. And I'm like, why not just...
That's a Sony thing. Sony really... anything that is on any other platform besides their own, they always either don't push it, they don't advertise it, or they're just too cheap. And yes, Shum, I see what you did there. But when it goes to anime in this modern time, most of the English voice actors are assholes. There's just no two ways around that. Whether or not they've always been that way or they just became that way because of the coof, I don't know. But when it goes to anime, the best way to watch it is in the original Japanese, because one, you'll start learning it and you'll pick up on certain things, makes it a little easier. And two, it exercises your eyes and it exercises your brain to be able to read and keep up with it and hear who the voice actors are from Japan that actually give a damn. So as long as the translations are done correctly, which unfortunately, when it comes to certain groups, they don't always do it. So yeah, Crunchyroll is
and yes, the whole
Sony in general sucks.
The subs on Crunchyroll, yes, because I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell are they talking about? And it's like gunfire, and they're standing in the hallway talking, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then you realize they're not talking about that, they're talking about some other shit. Throw it into dub real quick, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? They're subbing a whole different episode.
Yeah, Crunchyroll has had some problems recently. Amazon has had problems recently. Hell, they've all had problems recently, but there's a reason why the let's say less than potentially legal sites exist and why they are so popular. Because one, they'll either have it directly from Japan with the direct translation, or two, they will have a fan translation from people that speak Japanese and actually give a damn and do it right.
Oh yeah. When you watch something that you're sailing on the high seas for, you'll get a little notification that's like, at Dragon Waifu translated blah blah blah, or did the dub or whatever. And you're like, okay, and you'll get to know them. You'll be like, okay, I like Dragon Waifu. Oh, I like, Ninja Star 7777 because they do good translations. You start to appreciate the work that they're doing more than you normally would, because it doesn't give you that shit,
Yeah.
It doesn't translate and dub by blah blah blah. What is the
Kobayashi Dragon Maid. The people that were put in charge of the English translation and of the dubbing totally changed the complexion of the story with one scene, and it had to deal with a question being asked about what one of the characters was wearing. In the original, it was more or less, it wasn't, the reason why she didn't want to wear something was because it was unflattering, something like that. In the English dub, they changed it to because they wanted to fight the patriarchy. Yeah, that type of shit is a no-go. And when that happens, it gets called out hard. And there was that was one. That was probably the most egregious rendition of that.
So I don't know if you've ever heard of that. Well, I told you, so you do know Super Robot Wars, right?
Yeah.
So there's a character in Super Robot Wars that came out from Bandai, which a lot of people have problems with Bandai, and for good reason. I mean, they have fucked shit up in the past. But the translation team is a huge problem. Yeah. Why is that? Because in the original Japanese, for all of the stuff that the 6-man team with Ange, I can't remember what they're called right off the bat. It's like Space Team, whatever. Ange looks like she could be a boy or she could be a girl. You don't know. You have no idea. And they will not talk about it. They will not talk about their gender in the Japanese version. Yeah. They don't talk about their gender whatsoever.
No, it doesn't matter to them.
They are asked by the other team members, okay, is it a dude or is it a chick? The chicks think it's a dude. The guys think it's a chick. And they're like, just ask her. God damn it. It gets to the point in the Japanese translation when they're like, just ask her what her fucking, what her gender is.
Yeah.
And they do. And she's like, why the fuck does it matter? I'm not interested in any of you fucks anyway. And that's the end of the issue, right? It's like, F you, I'm not telling you shit. I'm not going to be with any of you dumbasses anyway, so blow me. In the American version, it's all like, we should accept Ange for the person she is instead of blah, 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 blah. So as soon as I can, I'm immediately like, okay, I'm going to get a patch to override that translation and put it the way it's supposed to be because I don't need any of that shit. Well, what does it matter, Loki? I don't need multiple episodes in a video game where they're talking about someone's gender and like oh my god, what does it matter? Let's put pronouns. Let's do this. It's blah blah blah. And that wasn't there to begin with. That is the American translation team. That is the westernizing translation team trying to
bastardizing
make it fit and bastardizing what it's supposed to be because Angie's whole thing is, I don't give a shit about any of you. I just want to kill the bad guys. That's the only thing I'm here for. I'm not here to date you. I'm not here to kiss you. I'm not here to comfort you. I'm here to kick ass, take names, chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of fucking bubblegum. Do not piss me off. I love that about the character. I'm all business. I'm here to kick ass and take names. Leave me the F alone out of your drama and your bullshit. That is a completely different situation than we should respect her pronouns and blah, 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 and be tenderhearted. And who do you like on the team? And da-da-da-da-da. No one gives a shit.
No. And that's the way it should be. Now, there's a reason why AI is going to take over the whole thing with anime translation. That's going to be the base level. And then they'll actually hire people that work directly for the original studio to make sure that it's actually translated properly and fits in and works properly. So, and yeah, Team 4 Stars, they were funny. Their stuff they did's funny. Any of the the bridged stuff is always a fun watch. So,
good morning, Mark. How are you doing? Good morning, Snowdub. What's up, brother? Good to see you.
Snowdub.
Western localization really wants to give its job to AI. Yes, they do, and AI sucks. They say they hate it, but their actions say otherwise. Because they're going to just teach the AI to do it the way they're doing it. That's what you're going to be stuck with. For God
and we don't want that shit. We'll turn the AI over to the Japanese people that actually want to do it. So
sorry, Pudgy. Cover your ears, buddy. Cover your ears. Well, I won't use any more hand signals so you can watch. But yeah, just cover your ears, buddy. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Police girl, this is your master. I can't believe he's dead. Show me your boobs.
My pronouns are bear, shred, chew.
That's right.
My
Rip and
pronouns
tear.
are I'm a F-22 Raptor over Iran dropping bombs. That's my damn pronoun.
Well, they've gone from the fighters that you can't see to the fighters that you can see, but you can't do jack shit about. So,
They're talented, and they know it. Yes.
yeah, and that's the problem with most English voice actors. You know, there's a few of them that are all right, and there are other people that just do it because they need the paycheck. But
And the ones that were good, they've gotten rid of.
yeah, retired, gotten old, don't want to do it anymore, or somebody like
push
Vic
them
who
out.
did want to do it, and they won't. Yeah, they fucked him over so
Push
bad.
them
that
out.
it's
Oh,
ridiculous.
you don't believe in everything we do? Well, we're gonna create a scandal and we're gonna get rid of you. We're gonna cancel you. What does that sound like, ladies and gentlemen? And then the Japanese are going, why you get rid of him? He a good voice actor. And they're like, oh, he did a no, and didn't gender check someone.
But you
the
know,
right way.
there's a lot of these Japanese creators that don't know what happens over here.
They don't.
They either don't care, don't want to know, or it's just not something they think about because that's not who their audience is, for the most part. Now, there is one studio that is legendary, been around forever, Mappa. They have recently signed a set of contracts to do stuff exclusively for Netflix, and that is concerning on all fronts. Because there's two ways that it could go. They either keep the quality that they are back up to. As I said, their quality's been up and down over the years, but just like with everything else. The stuff they're doing now is really good. But if the stuff that they end up doing for Netflix turns out to be more like the fruit level stuff, that's going to be a problem.
So Yuji Horii is the gentleman that created Dragon Quest, ladies and gentlemen. And he came out and he said, the Western team, they make us do AB gender. We don't know what AB gender is. And we say, why must we male, female, already there? And they say, no, you have to use AB gender. And he said, Sakai, Americans don't know what gender mean no more. That's where they are at.
That's where they're at.
That interview was like, they tried to yeet that interview from the internet because it proved they don't know what is going on.
Yep.
All they are told by the Western team is Americans will not accept male or female gender. And in Japan, they're like, they're fucking crazy. The Americans have lost their mind. It's not America, buddy. It's these small groups of insignificant twat waffles.
Wankers.
That believe they know better than everybody else and have to have it their way. Because literally they're telling the Japanese, this will not sell. We cannot sell this game unless you make A or B gender. And then, we get pissed. We're like, fuck Squaresoft, screw it. Sorry, Pudgy, I said the F-bomb again. I didn't mean to. F Square Enix and blah, 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 blah. It's not the Japanese's fault. They're being told it will not sell. We cannot sell it in America. We cannot release it there if you do this. They are forced to comply. And Yuri's like, I do it, but it's a waste of time.
Yeah. And we can, of course, on the PC side of things, fix it if necessary. Yeah, when it goes to Netflix, I'm glad they finally removed that said movie. But the fact that it took this long and with everything else, it's weird. And I'm, as bad as it is, I'm also glad that they'd lost the bid for Warner Brothers.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm so happy about that. When I found out that
two evils, but they're worse. Netflix is way worse.
So there are already rumors that HBO is going to take over Star Trek. I was like, holy shit, HBO Studios is going to do Star Trek? What the hell is that going to look like?
It's going to be boobies in space.
You
Can't
think
be any
it's
worse
bad
than the
on
Klingons.
You think it's bad on Picard when they're like the epping hubris Oh, go get ready. HBO Studios making Star Trek. You're gonna get some shit. That's when they call up Quentin Tarantino and go, "Hey, you want to do the first 2-part, premiere? It won't be a movie, so it won't count against your, limited list. It'll be the beginning of the series." I would be like, Quentin, come on, man.
It would be interesting.
We all want to see Samuel L. Jackson as a Klingon going through the shit. Bow now now. Bow now now. Leading a group of Klingons with the guns. Bow 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 na 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 na.
And
we all want to see that. Everybody wants to fucking see that.
That would
Make
be fun.
Star Trek great again.
Yeah. It's not the formula is not hard. It's just a matter of will anybody have the balls to do that? And yes, Padre, typically you are correct. Live action adaptations normally suck. I will give One Piece a pass because Ichiro Oda is keeping an eye on things itself. So they don't do anything unless they run it by him and he okays it. With the time crunch and how long it takes them to do a season, they have to condense it down. So I just actually started the second season of it. And the first 2 episodes are fine. I would prefer to, try to finish One Piece, but, 1,100 plus episodes is kind of hard to do.
I hid the comm badge in the one place I could think of. My ass.
And yes, definitely.
I'd be damned if I was going to let some Romulan pointy-head bastard take my comm badge.
You see, I'm just like you. I put my pants on one leg at a time. But after I do, I shit out gold records.
You know what? I since you guys are talking about like live action shit, yeah. I will admit something I never thought I'd admit. I saw the live action version of Fist of the North Star before I saw the animated. And let me tell you something. That is a whack ass movie.
Mm-hmm.
It does have Malcolm McDowell in it as their sensei, right? Kenshiro, and he says that like multiple times in the movie, and you're like, "Oh my god, dude, just quit!" All because a friend introduced me to it, and I was like, "What is this shit?" And he's like, "Oh, it's this badass movie called Fist of the North Star," and I was like, "This is shit." Yeah, some of the like stuff they do is cool, but I mean it's shit. And then I saw the anime, and I was like, "Okay, I get what they were trying to do."
Yeah.
Still sucks, but
it's a campy suck, not a on purpose we're bastardizing it type suck. So, yeah.
And yes, the game is the shiznit.
Yes, it is. Speaking of, this is the year of the revival of classic IPs. There have been a ton of stuff that are traditional old school IPs. And hello to my editor, Clifton. Good to see you. We are going to get, I believe it's either this summer or this fall, Fist of the North Star, a closer adaptation to the manga.
Wait, live action?
No.
Oh, they're going to do a series.
Yep. It's
I don't know about that.
Well, let's see. Warner Brothers is actually the overarching IP owner of that, at least as far as for this adaptation. The first preview looked pretty bad, like the Berserk bad from 2016. But since then, it's been cleaned up. It looks much better. It is going to be a damn good adaptation. That's one. In July, we are getting an actual full-on real Shiro Masamune adaptation of The Ghost in the Shell. Yeah. Very little has been shown of it, but all of it that has been shown, it is the manga look, it is the manga style, it is the manga coloring. So the Tachikomas are red, not blue. And we're also getting Patlabor. We're getting new Patlabor. That makes me so happy. We've got so much classic IPs being brought back. Yeah. So it's a good time.
Here's the thing. If Avatar fails, he'll get to do his Alita movie. Disney wants Cameron making Avatar movies. That's what Disney wants. And until he is done with that, he cannot make Alita 2. So he is locked in for another 2 Avatar movies.
Oh. Does anybody
As long as
actually
Avatar
watch
is
that?
successful. Dude, it's blue men hugging trees. It's tree hippie bullshit. It's dances
gotten
with
worse.
blue weirdos that screw with their hair.
Yeah, I have never understood the overall fascination with Avatar. You know, I did not go see the first one in cinemas. I refused to be part of that. I saw it on Blu-ray 15 years ago, and I've maybe watched it from start to finish maybe 3 times.
3 times, yeah.
I haven't seen the second. I definitely haven't seen the third. I don't know anybody that has ever seen it that has that level of fandom, and yet it's made shit tons of money. I don't get it. I really don't.
They screwed up. I want to tell you, Clifton, they screwed up in that third movie because she and the Colonel should have been like the whole movie. She was fucking great. Everything else in that movie sucked ass. Everything else in that movie was a slog. Everything else in that movie just dragged. But her and the Colonel, that was some shit. That's what that whole movie should have been about, was them two and what happened with that. The Sullies should have been background noise because everything with her and the Colonel in it was great. Everything with the Sullies.
That sounds about right. Well, after years of the movie coming out, and with how things have gone in our own world, we kind of realized that the humans were right. The humans were the good guys. Twist that around. Yeah, Disney is special, and yeah, I can see Avatar giving you a headache, Papa. I can see that. I don't get it. I've never understood it. I've never understood any of the fascinations with it. Nothing.
Everything nowadays makes Earth or human beings bad guys. It's all whites. You don't see one single black person saying we're going to strip mine this planet and kill its inhabitants. It's all white corporate dudes.
Yeah.
It's always white corporate dudes or blonde females that lean to the Yahtzee side of things and want to annihilate everything because of their race. Okay? It's always that way. They did the same thing with Starfleet and Star Trek. They did the same thing in Star Wars. It's the only formula they have now is to make humans the bad guys and flip everything on its head and make the indigenous aliens the good guys because no one wants to see the human race be victorious against the aliens anymore.
Yeah.
Like I said about Alien and the shit coming out with Alien Earth, the aliens are the good guys. People said, you're fucking crazy. They're not going to make the alien the good guys. What happened at the end of season 1? The alien is on a leash with Derpy Derpistan controlling the alien with her fucking psychic mind powers. She's a robot and she has psychic mind powers and she can chitter and talk to the fucking alien and tell the alien what to do. And the alien
Wait a minute. You're telling me that one of the synths has ESP
and can talk derpy derp language to the alien. They can talk derpy derp language to the alien. Wow. And for anybody out there, she doesn't have ESP. She's the only fucking one that can talk to it. Don't tell me. Do not fucking tell me that. And there are other women that are synths that can't talk to the aliens and can't hear them. She is the synth alien queen of the hive. So don't give me that shit. I'm not watching Derpy Derp season 2.
If anybody ever bitches or complains about a story or plot with any type of anime, no. Just that description alone makes me want to duct tape my head to keep it from to keep my head from exploding. Yeah, derpy derp alien. Yeah.
All right.
It's
So,
special.
any suggestions before we get out of here? First, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come here and hang out. Yes, I know we're 5 minutes over. Do you have any suggestions for people out there? What's your top on your list right now that you're like, I've got to watch this?
Oh, well, I've been trying to keep up with current season stuff for years now, and it's a little hard to little hard to do because there are so many great shows, and depending upon what you like. If I was going to recommend 2 fantasy shows, one dark fantasy, one a little lighter. This season, probably the best new show is Sentenced to Be a Hero. And next season, of course, Bookworm, if you like that type of show. So, Sentenced to Be a Hero, fantastic. It's bloody and gory. And then Freyrin, Beyond Journey's End. That is by far one of the best high fantasy types of shows ever made. It's so good. So good.
All right. Guys, make sure you subscribe to Brandon. His link is in the description of this video, not only for his YouTube channel, but his X channel as well. Make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, send out a friend request, all the cool groovy shit. Send him a message and be like, dude, I want to talk to you. I want to come on your Saturday show and talk anime.
Yeah.
Let him know what's going on. Big thank you to Pat, who reached out to me and was like, dude, you wanna have Brandon on at some point? I was like, dude, I'd love him on a YouTube talk, because we can sit here and talk about YouTube, we can talk about anime, talk about his journey, what he enjoys, all that fun stuff. So big shout out to Pat. Thank you, brother.
Yes, thanks,
for the work
Pat.
that you do. And make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, show up on this guy's Saturday show. I try and work that out when I can. I love to go on there and hang out, talk anime.
Saturday morning can be both rough and fun at the same time. A fun rough or rough fun.
What do you got coming up?
Let's see. Clifton should have a video up today on the channel for Waifu Wednesday. And of course we've got, Clifton has started doing that, and he's having fun researching. Yes, researching for the waifu. And the waifus that he's been talking about so far are definitely high-class waifus, but maybe not the everyday, let's say, definitely not a normie pick. Not a normie pick. For myself, working during the week, so we've got the Saturday stream. That's pretty well what I'm down to is the Saturday stream, and I try to clip shorts out and post them throughout the week, Waifu Wednesday, and I'm going to try and have a video out this Friday myself. So videos and shorts during the week, live stream on Saturday. I want to start gaming again, but time is not on my side, unfortunately.
Never is. It never feels like it is. Guys, we've got a Transformed Already video coming out at noon Central today. The first part of our Dinobot set, which is Swoop and Slag, or Slug, depending on where you live. Slag or Slug. That's the Triceratops, for anybody who doesn't know. And we've got Benny coming to talk comic books and his release, City of Venus Part 2, later today at 8 p.m. Central. We'll shift everybody over to Snowdub's channel after that for his show, for his Hump Day show. But until then, guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. We'll see you on the next one.
See ya.
See ya. Brought to you by...
This program has been brought to you by China. Yes, China. Your friendly communist neighbors. We own all of your shit now, including your government.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.